What makes a house a home? We asked the people of Wales to enter their houses into Wales Home of the Year. Now, our judges are visiting the top 3 from each region, choosing one each episode to go through to our national final. Scoring them on architectural merit, distinctive design and original style are interior designer Mandy Watkins from Anglesey.
I'm looking for a home that tells me a story about the people that live there and maybe to pick up some ideas along the way.
Cardiff-based architectural designer Glenn Thomas.
The key areas that I'm looking for are sustainability, innovation and an authentic expression of who that homeowner is.
And leading the judging, Owain Wyn Evans.
I'm looking for a home that makes me say, I want to live here, darlings.
That is goals.
Are we ready? Ta-da!
Did you just do that with your sheer magnetism?
Oh my gosh, I'm in love. What a space.
In the end, only one can be Wales Home of the Year. Today, our judges are visiting 3 shortlisted properties in North West Wales. They're starting with Beatty Dyfnant Cowshed in the Machno Valley. The property is home to Simon, who turned this 18th century shed into a home in 2018.
The building was an old cowshed. It'd never been lived in before, didn't have any access, didn't have any services, and had holes in the roof and holes in the wall, no windows and doors, and just a few sheep inside. I wanted to blend the old and the new, but be faithful to what was here. What I first saw when I came here was what I really loved, so I didn't want to lose that and to lose the sense of the heritage of the building.
The home consists of an open-plan living room and kitchen diner, as well as a master bedroom and a bathroom. On the mezzanine, there's a study doubling as a guest bedroom. Prior to the judge's arrival, we asked the owner to place a heart in their favourite spot in the home.
I'm placing the heart out here, not just because it's an amazing view, but also because being out here reminds me of all the amazing people who have helped me bring this project to life.
Given only the basic facts about the property and its owners, the judges now get their first look at Beatty Dyfnant Cowshed.
This is picture perfect, as cute as a button.
Such a cute building, isn't it? What I love is the main window we see there with that beautiful planting. You know, like when it frames the window, it's so nice from the outside.
I'm very impressed and very pleased to see how sympathetic they have converted this farm building. And it kind of gets me a bit excited as to what they've done inside.
And it's perched in amongst these dramatic hills and mountains. Wherever you look, it's just breathtaking, isn't it? I bet inside is also breathtaking. Shall we head in?
Let's go.
Are we ready? Ta-da!
Did you just do that with your sheer magnetism?
Well, it's just what I do. Well, as expected, it's breathtaking.
This is so nice. And immediately, look at that window with that picturesque view with the sheep. Oh.
What's often a challenge with a period building is maintaining some of that kind of character and charm when it comes to renovating it. We're seeing some of the stonework. We're seeing these stunning beams as well.
The old can live harmoniously with new. In fact, I think it's a better approach. So it's all about the detailing. Here we've got a very organic building, and yet we've got very kind of almost Germanic, very engineered furniture.
If you look at that high-level window up there, look how deep that wall is. And yet, the place is flooded with light. And we have these lovely little LED uplighters just on the top of the wall line there. We've got to talk about the kitchen. Look at that.
Such a cute, clever, thought-out kitchen. I'm not usually a curvy kitchen kind of girly, but I can see that it works so well here. What are you thinking, Glenn?
Curves are not the easiest choice. In fact, they're really difficult because if you think about it, all kitchen appliances are square. You've got to be extremely clever to make it work. So here, they've got these wonderful bent timber, so steam-timbered front doors.
Oh, there's the
nice.
dishwasher.
And it's a good example of what I was just saying. Here you've got the square dishwasher, And then we've got these sort of tapered fur-lined pieces of wood there to take up the curve.
And this hob is such a clever idea, these discs that will fit in anywhere. Everything is just really streamlined. It feels really well thought out.
Well, we've seen plenty of stuff already, but I think there's a lot more to come in this surprising little home. Shall we head up those stairs?
The curved stairs, yeah, come on, let's go. Wow, look at this. Perspex continuation of the treads.
Oh, I love that. And down there, there's a bath. So this must be a bathroom hidden away behind the stairs and behind the kitchen. How clever to use this kind of resin staircase. Mandy, this is making me nervous.
It's fine, I'm just glad no one is below.
I've spotted a little key fob down there that says mezzanine floor actuator. Now, in my opinion, nothing starts a party like a mezzanine floor actuator.
Right, guys, stand back. I'm preparing to actuate.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't expect it to go like that.
Oh my gosh! It's like Lady Gaga's stage. Oh, it's a bed.
It's a double bed.
Oh, wow.
I have never seen one of these in a home before.
And a lovely oak headboard.
Gorgeous.
And if you don't like your guest, well...
We've had a glimpse of the bathroom. Shall we head down?
Oh, yes, please.
Come on, Glenn, after you.
Safely does it.
Ooh, sunken bath.
Oh, yes. Now, this is a bit swish, isn't it, darlings?
This place feels so spacious. Well, because there's daylight coming through. Can you imagine if it was a normal bath? You wouldn't get away with the stairs going up like that. So obviously it's sunken.
These old historic properties would have had no foundations, they would have had no ground slab. So if you're going to have a sunken bath, you have to think of it really early on in order for the slab to stagger down. There's an awful lot of forethought gone into this.
Oh, that would work your thighs, though, getting into that, wouldn't it? Oh, you'd really have to do the squats. Now, this is a 5-way kind of smart switch, so I think this might control more than the lights. Yes, we have this electric smart glass. You can make it opaque or you can make it transparent. So great use of that technology. What we've not seen yet is the heart. Should we try and find it?
Let's go. Wow. Look at that for a patio backdrop.
Oh, this vista is stunning.
Look, I have found the heart, and I can see why. That's an absolutely stunning view. I find it quite touching that they've prioritised nature and the landscape.
This is a view that I think most people would envy. It's just breathtaking, isn't it? What I love the most about it is, just look over there, over that little hill. There's an old slate mine. And I bet that all of the stone from this old farm building came from up there. And I adore that.
Yeah, it feels very Welsh, doesn't it? You know, with the quarry there, the hills, the sheep and the lambs. I feel like I'm going to start singing some Welsh anthem.
Well, please don't.
What do Mandy, Owain and Glenn think of Beatty Dyfnant Cowshed? One of the judges' scores will be held back until they've seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
This home is absolutely astonishing, and I think what I respect the most about it is the fact that this used to be a shed. You see little glimpses of this building's history just flirting with you. All of this stuff just blends in so seamlessly with the clever use of technology as well, which you don't see in a lot of homes. I'm giving this home a 9.
It's so unassuming, you know, that beautiful stone building you can see from the outside in this amazing Welsh countryside setting. And when you walk in, it feels like you're walking into a completely different realm. And that office come spare room, like, how do people come up with these ideas? It's so inspiring. I'm giving this home a 9.
Creating this home has clearly been a labour of love. I know that converting a historic building like this, even to an acceptable standard, takes a lot of grit and determination. But to convert it to this exceptional standard takes surgical precision. And I was completely blown away by the creativity and the passionate attention to detail.
Next up is Llety'r Gwennol in Caeathro. Llety'r Gwennol is home to Rio, Neil and their 3-year-old, Lorian.
We moved in 2 years ago. It was a bit of a labour of love and a bit of blood, sweat and tears of building this home pretty much from the ground up. We've both lived in a lot of rented accommodation. There's not a lot that you can do, so colour sort of became one of those things that, right, when we get our own home, we're going to make sure that there is colour everywhere. And colour brings the joy to the house and to the family.
We both do stressful jobs,
Yeah.
so it's nice to just drive up a lane, forget about the world and come and potter around the garden.
Downstairs boasts an open-plan kitchen, diner, living room space with a pantry and a utility room, as well as a bedroom and bathroom. Upstairs, there are 3 bedrooms, one with ensuite and a family bathroom.
I'm placing the heart here. This is our favourite spot in our home to sit and relax. It's the place where the outside meets the inside, and it's got a gorgeous view of Moel Elio, which is the first mountain that Neil and I ever walked up together, and it's Lorian's favourite spot as well for reading books together in the evening.
But what will the judges think of Llety'r Gwennol?
Darlings, this looks like one of those homes that's deceptively large. Actually, the closer we get to it, it's almost like a forced perspective. It keeps stretching that way, doesn't it?
I'm loving the slate references, obviously local to the area, and that porch is wonderful. And the just accents of oak here and there. It's a nice, warm, soft touch.
Yeah, I think this part here is the extension, isn't it? It's quite new, the materials. And I think one of the tick boxes that they've been really successful is this kind of agricultural design language with the beautiful tongue and groove timbers and the solid slate wall.
I can't wait to investigate this one. Should we wander inside?
Let's go, guys.
After you, Mandy.
Oh, cute.
Oh, this is gorge. How nice. So we can see, look at that. It's almost like a little catwalk. I can just imagine you strutting your stuff down there. Again, loads of light coming in from those huge panes.
What a fun entrance. You know, I love this arrangement. It's instant impact. And look at that head. It's giving you funny looks away.
If you come in through the home and you look left, this is a really clever and effective architectural tool. You can see right through between the island and the kitchen and go straight through to the garden. And that architectural language draws you forward.
It's light, it's bright, it's fun, and I can't wait to see what's round this corner.
This is nice and homely and stylish.
Yeah, there's been a real effort put into this space, but also one of the things I'm really enjoying about this space is it's not been decluttered to a kind of sanitised level, which you often see, especially in newer homes, I think.
The colour of this kitchen is fab, isn't it? And I love those cute tiles with the polished brass. It's such a nice picture there, isn't it?
It's fusing eras, different decades, different styles.
And if you look there, they've got these lift and slide glass doors, and you can see by the handle arrangement that those middle two open out into the far two, so you've got this wonderful wide exit into that garden.
And here it is, darlings, the heart in this gorgeous window seat. Oh my goodness, I'm relaxed. It is fabulous here.
I love this kind of thing. You know, I can imagine myself having a cup of tea, reading a book, watching the birds flit from one tree to another and just falling asleep.
With a space like this, the temptation would be to fill it, but I think they've been really clever at not doing that and just having these very clearly defined functional zones.
I think the main selling point has to be the fact that this window seat is in the gorgeous sunlight here. Look at that view. $1 million view, dolls. Well, I could lie here all day, actually. It would be nicer if I was on my own, but I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. So should we go and visit the rest of the home, darlings?
Come on.
Come on.
Oh, spacious landing.
And the one word that springs to mind immediately is light. Over and over again, look at all the light streaming in through these gargantuan windows overhead.
They are oversized roof lights, and it makes such a difference to bring light into what would be the dark centre part of the home.
There's a little music corner there, a desk. It feels very personal. I feel like I've got a good sense of the homeowners, and I love that.
There are many doors leading off this upstairs hallway. This doorway is calling me. Look at that window through there. Glenn, let's see what's through.
Oh, incredible lofted roof in here, guys. Look at this.
I love that sort of secondary triangular window. It's just inviting all of that gorgeous light in, isn't it?
I'm not really a fan of triangular windows. They're really hard to dress with curtains and blinds. Obviously, curtains and blinds aren't in this room. I think I'd have an issue. I'd want some kind of privacy or blackout even.
It's a large room, so to have the bed in the middle is a really good trick. You'd have a huge no man's land there if the bed was back here. And this is fantastic. That's perfect. You've got dressing area, ensuite, 2 sliding doors. Functionally, it works really well.
It's clean, it's fresh, the wall colours, you know, it's fairly kind of monochromatic, and then the colour pops on the bed and the furniture. This balcony looks gorgeous. I think we should head outside.
Oh, loving the thin sightline frame doors. Very nice.
This view is sensational. Can you imagine stepping out of your bedroom and this being what is in front of you every day? Mwah! It's chef's kiss.
I wouldn't be leaving this penthouse.
How will the judges score Llety'r Gwennol?
When you approach this home, you can tell it's going to be something special. It's giving me a holiday villa vibe. The sun streaming in through those windows. What's nicer than stepping out of bed every day and having the feel of being in a holiday home? That must be really special. I'm giving this home a 9.
This is a wonderful, warm, inviting family home with some fantastic, interesting architectural features. You've got huge areas of glazing, a lot of it south-facing, which means we're really benefiting from a passive solar heat gain. This is a sustainable, low-energy home. I'm giving this home an 8.
The minute I walked into this home, it felt like fun, young, family vibes, and then that kitchen, what a space. And going upstairs, it felt really nice and big and airy. Do the people that live here live life fully in this wonderful space? 100% yes. What an achievement, what a home.
The final home in the northwest is Squirrel Cottage on Anglesey. The cottage is home to Joanne and Kevin, along with their 2 cockapoos, Bob and Ted.
When we first bought the home, it was full of colour, but not really our style. We wanted to make it light and bright because it's quite dark in the winter months, and just put our own personality into the home. I like very earthy tones, very neutral tones. I quite like the Ibiza boho vibe, so we've tried to sort of bring a bit of that to Wales.
Part of the cottage dates back to the 17th century, and the property is spread across 1 floor with a dining room, kitchen, living room, 2 bedrooms, and 2 bathrooms.
I'm placing the heart here because this is the chair that we both fight over. It's super comfortable and we both love the views of the courtyard and the garden where the squirrels are out playing.
Time for the judges to get their first view of Squirrel Cottage.
Oh, wow! This is a nice-looking little cottage, isn't it? It's just pretty from the front. I love that old cascading wall, or what's left of it there, with the plants growing. And look at that down there. That is lovely, like a little hobbit house.
I'm a huge fan. I love that they've painted the windows black. It just gives it that bit of a contemporary edge.
I love how the chimney pots themselves have been painted that matte black colour as well. It all blends in.
Looking at this, it's obviously a historic building, maybe even as much as 350, 400 years old. It makes you feel quite humble thinking that we're about to walk into a house that's been here for that long. Should we go and have a look?
Shall we?
Please.
Oh, warning, Owain, low bridge, quiff hazard.
Oh my gosh, the quiff was nearly taken off clean. Oh, adorable outside. adorable inside.
Much more spacious than you would imagine as well. And I love that you're walking into quite a traditional setting, so the fireplace with the 2 fireside chairs. You know, you can imagine that would have been something someone would have done hundreds of years ago as well. And the floor is obviously new stone, but doesn't it blend perfectly? It's very sympathetic.
What we have here is a traditional Welsh long barn. And I love when you look up, you can see the expression of all the structure. These beautiful exposed oak purlins and the ridge beam along the top.
The history of this building is teasing us, isn't it? Because look at the render on the walls, how breaking through that almost, or being revealed behind it, you have the stonework. I really love that.
You never know what to expect, do you, when you see a traditional cottage. You could go either way. Now, this feels very authentic and very in keeping with today's living. There's an arca there, so the rest of the kitchen must be through there.
Let's have a look.
Oh, well, this is nice.
It's quite an unusual kitchen setup, isn't it? Because it's almost like a little corridor. It's slightly detached from the dining room area that we kind of walked into just now. But, I mean, it's a big enough kitchen, isn't it? Plenty of storage in here.
Very little natural light coming in here, so I think it could have done with a bit of a lift, a light-coloured kitchen, something that was a bit more maybe contemporary.
I like a green kitchen.
You do?
And, you know, I think the top works, but I just think they've gone with the atmosphere, the mood here. A bit unusual maybe to have the arca in the other room, but actually is it? I wouldn't cook on an arca, I'd be cooking in my modern kitchen here.
I can see through there's some natural daylight pouring in, and I feel like I'm craving natural daylight. So should we go and explore?
Yes, what's up here?
Ah, this is more like it. Love this space. My mood is lifted.
This is such a nice place. No surprises, the heart is here. Such nice views out, plenty of light. Love the colours in here.
I really like this dual aspect element that we have in this space. And again, we've got loads of headroom. Look up at the ceiling, it's gorgeous.
I love this space. Come in here, you've got the full wall of glass there, full wall of glass there. I'm thinking the sun is coming up through there, streaming through all the plants and the trees, and then you've got the evening sun going down there. How fantastic is that?
And actually, we've experienced quite a nice flow in this home already, haven't we? We stepped in through the front door into the dining room, up into the kitchen, then up another set of steps into this space. And if we look beyond, more steps up to a bedroom, which features a huge bed. It's 4 pillows across. You could sleep on it this way or that way. But that finishes the flow. It's a lovely, comfortable full stop.
I think there's something really beautiful about homes that use the topography, the different levels. It just creates really interesting spaces. Oh, very bold colour choice for the bathroom.
It's a lot darker than the other rooms we've seen, isn't it? But then, you know, it has some statement pieces in it. Look at that bath. I love the monstera plant behind you there, Glenn, just peeking out. And, you know, they say blue and green should not be seen without a colour in between, but I do tend to disagree.
I wasn't expecting this dark colour in here. However, it goes really nicely with the copper bath and the bathroom furniture. And what's nice is there's an atmosphere in this home. So this is a bit of a mood change.
Yeah, they have really known what mood board of materials and colours they wanted here, and they've gone for it, and I think they've achieved what they've wanted.
You know, there's something about these baths, you two. They look great, but my slight problem with them is I'm going to kick my shoes off. That's all I'm taking off, you'll be glad to hear. And I'm going to get in. I find that you're quite upright in them. Call me vanilla, but I quite like to relax in a bath. Do you know what I mean? So there we go. Someone give me a head massage, scrub my back. Oh, I'll just enjoy here. Stunning. Excusez-moi. Oh, well, there we go then. Ciao.
But what will the judges score Squirrel Cottage?
Beautiful cottage. I love the frontage. It's picture, postcard. The setting is something else. There's a lovely vibe, and I'm sure the homeowners live very comfortably and happy here. I'm giving this home an 8.
For me, this house was a real journey. Every room had a different sense of light and a different mood. The first room we went into, the dining room, I was really impressed by the restraint they had on the minimal colour palette. Then, the pièce de résistance. We came up into the living room and my spirits were immediately lifted. You know, we've got these 2 long glass walls that make you feel as if you're sitting within the landscape. I'm giving this home an 8.
The one thing that I loved about this cottage is it gives you everything that you would expect from this sort of building. It's cosy, it's cutesy, we're seeing original features. I mean, that stonework that's on the walls, both inside and outside, is gorgeous. Imagine being around those fireplaces in the winter, and the living room with the windows and the door on one side. In the summer, light streaming in. It's a home for all seasons.
Now that the judges have seen all 3 homes, the final scores can be revealed. First, it was Beatty Dyfnant Cowshed in the Machno Valley.
As the name suggests, it was a cowshed, but now it's a home. And looking at it from the outside, it was just nestled in that valley. There was a slate mine nearby. Inside, full of gadgets, full of gizmos. What a gorgeous home. I gave this home a 9. Mandy, for you, it was also a 9. How about you, GT?
What can I say? Now, you know me, I love the unashamedly blending of old and new, and to me, they wrote the textbook, and for that reason, I gave Beatty Dyfnant Cowshed a 10.
A 10 from Glenn. So for Beatty Dyfnant Cowshed, we have a 9, a 9 and a 10. The total is 28.
Excellent score.
Very generous, Glenn.
Well, I don't hand out my 10s willy-nilly, you know me.
Next up, Lletyr Gwennol in Cayathro.
That home just went on and on. But I think the 3 of us agreed that you walked in there and it just felt so welcoming, didn't it? From me, it was a 9. Glenn, you gave this home an 8. How about you, Mand?
As soon as I entered Lletyr Gwennol, the vibes hit me. It was fun, family friendly. That kitchen was to die for. Upstairs, nice, light and airy. Great use of space. I felt a sense of pure joy. So I gave Lletyr Gwennol a 9.
A 9 from Mandy for Lletyr Gwennol. So we have an 8, a 9 and a 9. The grand total, darlings, is 26.
That's a strong score.
It is.
And finally, Squirrel Cottage on Anglesey.
It was adorable, wasn't it? It just was picture perfect, lovely looking cottage from the outside. Glenn, you gave this home an 8. Mand, for you, it was also an 8. You know, I often think about cottages. You expect a certain something. Now, despite the fact that that cottage had quite small windows, it was quite bright. You also had these little cute hints of the history with the stonework, the wooden beams, and let's not forget about that living room. We had the dual aspect, courtyard on one side, garden on another. For me, Squirrel Cottage got an 8. So we have 3 8s for Squirrel Cottage on Anglesey. It's a 24. Well, 3 adorable homes were visited, but of course there can only be one winner. And the home from the northwest going through to the final of Wales Home of the Year is Beatty Dyfnant Cowshed.
Beatty Dyfnant Cowshed wins in the northwest and is one step closer to being Wales Home of the Year.
Loved, loved, loved it.
So much thought had gone into that effortless look. Worthy winners.
Agree.
Great heat, that one.
It was, wasn't it?
Next time,
I've never walked into a cupboard. This is quite unusual, isn't it?
the judges are in the southeast.
A dressing room for days.
Oh.
That is goals.
As the search continues for Wales Home of the Year.